How you doing, class? I'm here to brief you on my writing requirement overall, my historical question, and my thesis. So let's start off with my writing requirement. In my paper, I'm kind of trying to talk to you, talk to the reader, and really show them how exactly the Spanish conquistadors were able to conquer the Inca Empire, and show more of an in-depth analysis of what actually happened, rather than just giving them, oh, they were conquered and the Spanish conquistadors did it off a minimal amount of men. This leads into my historical question. It is, how did the Spanish conquistadors take over the Inca Empire and prove so easily? In order to answer my question, I had to look past the overall summary of the Inca Civil War and the difference in weaponry, and kind of go into more of an in-depth analysis and stuff that isn't exactly covered in class. Through my research, I found that the so-called conquering of the Inca Empire was more of a self-implosion in which a man named Francisco Pizarro managed to take advantage of. This sort of self-implosion was caused due to disease and the civil war in the Inca Empire amongst themselves for rightful power. Disease is actually the cause of it. So disease killed off their leader. Then the leader's successor that he named on his deathbed was actually killed from the smallpox as well. Following the death of the original heir to the throne, it was decided that the 19-year-old Oscar was the next rightful ruler. He ended up being a corrupt ruler in power. The son was just power hungry and made a lot of rash decisions. He actually killed off a couple of his father's men when they returned from Quito. This really sets the scene for Francisco Pizarro to make his kind of like debut in the Inca Empire and Peru in general. And so people use the word conquered to kind of describe what happened in Peru, but that's not actually the overall case. When someone thinks of something being conquered, they think of them being overpowered by like sheer military force. Therefore, when people think about like the history of the Inca Empire, they think that they were conquered by the Spanish conquistadors. However, this is not the case. The head of the Spanish conquistadors, Francisco Pizarro, led his men to victory, not with overwhelming power, but through deception and strategic alliances, as well as devastating outbursts of disease, which I had already referenced earlier. These alliances were made due to the Civil War. So with the Civil War, there was two sides to the Inca Empire. Francisco Pizarro chose one side, and by choosing that side, he helped that side gain strength and power. And with their power, they were able to defeat the other side. This put Francisco Pizarro in the higher seated section with the Inca Empire and gave him kind of an upper hand in order to make bigger decisions and almost pretty much in turn on the Inca Empire and take over and conquer. My thesis for the paper is, through lying and the manipulation of their enemy, the Spanish conquistadors assassinated Atua Atahualpa and managed to even acquire the title ally from one half of the Inca Empire during the Civil War, allowing them to infiltrate and take over an already weakened Inca Empire. Differing to common belief, the Spaniards did not conquer the Inca Empire by force, but rather apprehended it through sedition and deceit. Lastly, I have 3 books and 3 online articles, all extremely helpful in researching my topic, as well as giving me enough information to provide the reader with an in-depth analysis of what actually happened in the Inca Empire.